He's like, no, but this is almost like if I could arrange it, would you spar Danny?
Not for nothing.
Not for not like no one would watch it, no one cares. And then I
what are you
started thinking,
everyone listen. 250,000 people right now. Are
I
like,
go
in.
Well, here's my thinking. I'm
Way
like,
in.
I go.
Matty Boy shaking his head.
I go.
Like, let's get it on, bro.
I'm 15 years. Yeah, I'm like I'm 15 years older.
Right. So is he.
Yeah. So is he. I'm maybe 15, 20 pounds heavier.
Okay.
I've now not religiously, but I've taken boxing lessons and I've done for 15 years. Okay, so I'm a little bit more 15 years.
Okay.
Danny got me into fighting and Krav Maga and all that stuff.
But you roll, right?
Yeah, but I do more Krav than anything, and now I don't do anything because who's got that type of time? But 15 years later, I'm more stronger, powerful than I was then. The question is Bonaducci? Now we're like pre-fighting. Is he in shape? And now he's also roided. He's got nothing to lose. If I sparred with him, he would try to kill me, hands down. So I told my wife this, just now we're just talking, and she forbid it. She goes, you can't fight him. And I go, what? I go,
what kind of fight? Hold on a second. What kind of fight? Like street? You gonna put on gloves?
No, gloves. I do
MMA gloves or boxing?
No, boxing match. But keep in mind, Danny's a huge boxer.
Yeah, but huge.
He's a huge boxer. And he's fought forever. And
does he have wind
me.
like Mayorga smoked? But he didn't give a shit. He could box. No, but he never got winded in a boxing match. Hold on. Do you think if you dance for 3 rounds, do you think Bonaducci's hands are still going to be up by his chin?
He comes he'll keep coming and he'll come and he won't stop.
But why can't you just keep circling away from the power hand? But it's only boxing, you're saying, so you can't take it to the ground.
Only boxing. You know how elephants, when they get chained as when they're babies with chains on them, and then that little chain holds them back?
Yeah. Who does
Bonaducci, to this day, scares the bejesus out of me. Like, even now. But yet, is it a challenge to go, okay, I'm only 42, I'm in decent shape, could I do it? But the wife said he will try to kill you, which he would. It's a better story for Danny to kill me.
Yeah, but if you get knocked out, he's not going to jump on you and smash your face in, is he?
I can't promise that.
All right. All right. But I like the thing that makes it fun is the ground rules, right? So there is a referee. It's a sanctioned bout.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if you get knocked out, it's over, and the referee's going to get between the two of you. So then he's going to have to kick the shit out of the referee too, and then the fans are going to throw chairs in the ring.
He broke Donny Osmond's nose. He would.
Really?
He would. But that just shows you the level. Would you ever think about breaking Donny Osmond's nose?
No, because I'm not a creep. I'm not a jerk.
He broke down. What's his face?
And Danny's always been very cool to me.
Always cool to me.
I remember when he's on the Corolla show.
Never not cool.
But I would definitely not fight him. But I know I would not fight you either.
I watched Danny try to fight a row of people. A row of people. We were at a Matchbox 20 concert, and you know how those concerts pop off. You know, you go to a Matchbox 20 concert, you take everything out of the car, you don't leave because there's going to be a lot of
it's
fights.
Like going to see Nickelback.
So me and Danny are walking. We're at Pine Knob.
Matchbox 20. Shit's popping. Whoa.
It's 3 a.m. almost pretty lonely. And we're walking, and these two guys who probably were dragged to Matchbox 20 with their wives. Their wives said, you're coming to this concert. As we walk by, one of the guy goes, you guys suck. Right? We're just walking to our seats at our radio station. And Danny goes, what? And he goes, you guys suck. No, that was Danny's voice. The guy says, you guys suck. Bonaducci says,
guys
what?
Suck.
Yeah. And then Danny goes, what'd you say? Then he gets to the row. I won't forget this. It was row JJ. Danny takes off his shirt.
White guy. That's how white guys fight.
And challenged the entire row. Literally said, anybody on row JJ want to come up and take thinks I suck. Now we're at a station event. Like, this is our radio station.
Take the Bonaducci.
And so I saw him fight a row. He's not afraid of a human being.
But they did stand up to fight?
No, it was a lot of guys sat there and the wives like, don't sit down.
I would have respected the row. Like, I always, anytime you hear about that happening, it's always a story about how the guy goes, let me tell you something. Every single person on this bus wants to fight me. Let's go right now. And everybody just sits on their hands. I want the story where the guy goes, anybody in this
yeah, the entire row
at once.
Enough where Rob Thomas stopped singing. yeah, you know.
What's going on up there? Yeah, I guess
it happened at some Dodger games or so. I guess it does happen,
right? Yeah, that's a bummer. They curb stomped that fucking guy.
I didn't eat.
No, it literally.
Oh no, I was just like making it matter factly.
Oh no,
Like,
yeah, that kid, and I wasn't really the kid last year opening day. Stowe is his last name.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Bunch of he was wearing like Giants stuff.
Oh,
and a bunch of
yeah,
Dodger
yeah.
fans like actually, I think it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
But it was weird here. It made like national news, but in LA, like it's not LA. I would go to a Dodger game wearing another team's jersey, wouldn't even think twice. Yankee Stadium, like, sure, they're going to be like, take off your fucking Red Sox jersey. But if you go to Oakland and wear that shit, you are getting in a fight.
Right.
And there are just some, like Shea Stadium, they're just degenerates. Now it's gone at Citi Field. But there's some towns, like, nobody gives a shit if you're at Coors Field in Colorado wearing a Dodgers jersey at a Colorado
I wear my
Rockies
Tiger hat
game.
everywhere I go. No one.
Yeah.
You know.
Because they know that you kicked the shit. They know you issued the challenge to fight Danny Bonaducci on More Stories.
He's gonna, So I told my wife that, and she says, no, he'll kill you. And then in my brain, I started thinking all these things. And then we started playing just a hypothetical fun game.
These games.
Fun game. Let's add some money to the equation. No money was offered, but now we're just making it. Now I'm talking to my wife. I go, now I don't know if I'm mad because my wife gave me an ultimatum. And I go, that's why Rocky got his ass kicked. If Adrian...
You can't win!
Yeah, if she would have just said you'd win, he wouldn't have had to fight everybody twice. Or he would have beat everyone's ass and would have had brain damage and all that stuff wouldn't happen. So I go...
You fought Tommy Morrison. Tommy Morrison had HIV.
Yeah. $2,000. Would you...
What?
I don't... Let me ask... See, it's... Single guys always say yes, but I go, it's $2,000 worth. Now, keep in mind, if you're a married guy, you're dealing with having to deal with shit from your wife, which will hurt more than getting smacked as hard as you could. You know, if you go against her wishes.
$2,000 seems a real tiny fee. That's like
so you would say no to but let's say your wife said no, you can't. No, but if we were to increment up, let's say there's a guy that
let's just say keep
in 8th grade
on the table.
Okay, and you go to your wife, I want to fight him, and then she forbids you. She says, over, you're not.
All right.
And then you go.
And then a promoter comes in.
And they go, well, listen, honey, I can make $5,000. And she's still saying no. No, not you. Let's say you're in for $200. You would do it for a T-shirt.
Oh, me?
Because then this is the hypothetical. At one point, then do you lie and go, okay, I'm in Columbus, Ohio, at the Funny Bone, and then you go off and fight him, and then you come back with 15,000, and you're not dead. Is she mad? You see the hypothetical I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, you know, Matty Boy is a good point. You bring your wife home, a pair.
That's if you make it home.
Size 6.5. Your wife has small feet, right?
I don't even know. No. Big.
John, you
got.
She's got
cold. 10. She's got 10.
Size 10. A man's 10. She's a husky fella.
But now you just got beat up, or possibly not, just to get your wife something.
But
it seems like a long
when your
road.
friend started at $2,000. Like you would think, like
no, nobody started anything. We were just hypothetically.
Right now. I'm your friend. I'm saying right now.
Okay, like $2,000. Yeah, well, I wouldn't do that because you'd have to get in shape.
Okay.
He's talking shit and you're offending her on.
That's the thing. Wives don't care if people are talking shit about the wife. All right, let me rephrase that.
Right.
Good wives, if someone says shit about your wife and it makes you crazy, a good wife says, who gives a shit? And a good wife, conversely, when they talk shit about you, go bananas. And you don't give a shit. You're like, what the fuck do I care what Danny Bonaducci says about me?
Right.
And then your wife's like, no, fuck that. Get in the gym, get your shit together, because we're fighting this guy. I just mailed a check for $2,000 to make sure the fight happens.
Listen, we get a take on the door, we get someone to the gate, and I'm selling T-shirts.
But is your
you
wife?
see me with the real baggy shorts, say Heffron a reap on the ass, going, what am I doing? I don't want to be some bad tire company. Like,
are there bad tire companies?
I don't think so. I don't know. Yeah.
Your wife's your cut man, cutting you on purpose just to stop the fight.
I still have. You remember in Rocky when he's having flashbacks, and I think Ivan Drago. No, which one is it? Mr. T, when he just sees just the punch coming. I have images of when I would box with Danny all the time. Him putting his chin down, looking at his eyes. I still see it, and then throwing crazy punches.
See, I can never box because I would never, as much as I learned, I would never remember to just simply tuck my chin in.
Yeah,
I would have all the technique in the world, and then because I've taken boxing, everyone at the table and most of the listeners, we've done some form of self-defense, not like on a Rogan level where like we're
Right.
black belts and shit.
Right.
But you take the lessons, you feel good about yourself, and then one day you spar, and a guy just puts your lights out, and you're like, you didn't tuck your chin. Like it's something stupid like that.
Yeah, I did that when I used to work out when I thought it was helpful. We would go. Tuesdays was like takedown night. It was jiu-jitsu, but every Tuesday was just nothing but wrestling takedowns.
And then afterwards, you all got pizza.
And we got, but God,
Like Little League.
That's when
Little League.
that's when I threw up and little Jonathan Lipnicki choked me out. That was that day.
Oh,
When you just forget how much physical work is in physical work.
let me ask you a hypothetical question. I don't know how to handle it. I'm being serious.
Okay.
At a grocery store close to me,
Okay.
that'll remain nameless, but it rhymes with mouths.
Okay.
There is a guy that sits outside the grocery store, and he's well, he's not like dressed like a hobo. He's dressed in like a t-shirt and jeans, regular shoes, and like sunglasses, and he's just sitting there like a guy on his break, hanging out.
Right.
Every single time I go, it started with this guy with his arms out, like, huh, like arms out, palms up, like, can you believe it? As I'm walking towards him, but I'm holding a baby,
All
and I don't
right.
know who the fuck this guy is.
Right.
And even if I do, it takes a long time for you, and you know this, when people go, hey, man, if they've seen you on TV, your instinct is to think like you know the person and go, hey, what's up? And then you realize, oh, it's just, oh, I don't really have to talk this long. But this guy's going, huh? And I straight face the guy, and I just go in, and I'm thinking, where the fuck do I know that guy from? And it turns out I don't know him anywhere. He's just a hustler guy, okay? I go back like a week later. I'm wearing a shirt that says Westwood Wrestling. And then on the back it says, there will be blood, there will be sweat, there will be champions. He must have seen me get out of the car, get the baby. Again, I'm holding a baby.
Right.
He must have read the back because as I'm walking towards him, he gets in a wrestling stance. Like only if I saw you and you were wearing a wrestling stance, you were wearing a wrestling t-shirt,
right.
I would like kind of do it to you, but then even that would be weird.
Yeah.
But,
that would
but it's
definitely-
it's such a weird hustle. And that's like the bane of my existence is that the good hustlers make you uncomfortable that you're not engaging them. Like, whoa, why's it got to be like that? Like, do I know? So now today I go back to Malf's,
Right.
and the guy goes, hey, man, that's kind of fucked up, man. With a big smile on his face. And I look, and for a split second, I go, ooh, like I went to go, what's fuck? Because he's huge smile. And that split second, he goes, hey, let me talk to you for a second, man. And I'm like, fuck. I go in the store. Now I got to go out the other side of the store so I don't see this guy. Should I, hypothetical question, should I smash this guy in the face with a bat? I realized my hypothetical was stupid, and I just thought of this problem I had right
he's
now.
there every
What
time.
do I do? Do I go to the management of the grocery store and go, you got this guy outside every time I come in, he's bugging the shit out of me? Or they're going to look at me like, look at Mr. Fancy Pants. Can't talk to... No, it's not like I can't talk to
You
him.
should try this. I'm just making who knows. I mean, I could whatever move he's doing next time, you mirror it. So if you go Jesus hands out where he's like, hey buddy, go.
Then I drop a baby.
Oh, that's right. You have a baby.
So
you
that
you
makes me
can't-
so crazy.
Yeah,
that
I would.
he's-
Because
think
of the baby, I would.
I feel like
that's where I would
prey.
say something.
I feel like it's more predatory because he knows I can't go, I need you to get the fuck away because I'm holding a child in my hands.
Yeah, that's a whole different. Yeah, that's
Because
where
if
I
it
would.
was solo, and this is, I'm not like being...
I would do a thing like a movie where you have the baby, and then you have a pistol, and you're just walking.
That's what I'm asking you, John.
Like where you.
Can
just
I
holding
borrow
the
your
baby,
pistol?
Like I'm gonna get out of here.
Let's hire somebody to stand where he hustles. Hire somebody to stand where he hustles.
Yeah.
And just run him off his corner.
We should hire dueling
Who's like
hustlers.
are there professional like
Kiki's
repeat
food truck, park, run him over.
Are there professional? I just repeat everything you say because you could hire that person. So when the guy goes, "Hey,"
Rich Little?
they go, "Hey,
Elon Gold?
Hey man, you got to stop doing that. You got to stop doing that," and just have them mimic.
Yeah, they're called little brothers.
Yeah. So we need to hire somebody's little brother just to counteract that guy.
What's the
Yeah, the baby adds a whole different.
We did a podcast. We were sitting right here. Bill Burr was here, and I was where you are. My garage door was open, and a girl walks right there where the baby's Jeep is, and goes, "Hey guys!" And it's like, who says that? Somebody that knows you. But now she's in the garage. She had to go across that whole lawn, through a gate,
Yeah, you
through
have
an
a bunch
arbor,
of- it's hard
through
to-
a
you
path,
can't get here.
and then she's here, and she's like, "Hey," and we have black ants. we have an aunt in our family, and we have a family friend. Like, there's 4 black people that Maddie and I both think of right now that just from far away without our glasses we're like, that's not me.
Yeah, but I do more Krav than anything, and now I don't do anything because who's got that type of time? But 15 years later, I'm more stronger, powerful than I was then. The question is Bonaducci? Now we're like pre-fighting. Is he in shape? And now he's also roided. He's got nothing to lose. If I sparred with him, he would try to kill me, hands down. So I told my wife this, just now we're just talking, and she forbid it. She goes, you can't fight him. And I go, what? I go,
what kind of fight? Hold on a second. What kind of fight? Like street? You gonna put on gloves?
No, gloves. I do
MMA gloves or boxing?
No, boxing match. But keep in mind, Danny's a huge boxer.
Yeah, but huge.
He's a huge
smoker.
boxer, and he's fought forever. And
Does he have
scares
wind
me.
like Mayorga smoked? But he didn't give a shit. He could.
15 years older.
Right. So is he.
So is he. I'm maybe 15, 20 pounds heavier.
Okay.
I've now, not religiously, but I've taken boxing lessons, and I've done for 15 years. Okay, so I'm a little bit more 15 years.
Okay.
Danny got me into fighting and Krav Maga and all that stuff.
But you roll, right? No, but he never got winded in a boxing match. Hold on. Do you think if you dance for 3 rounds, do you think Bonaducci's hands are still going to be up by his chin?
He comes he'll keep coming, and he'll come, and he won't stop.
But why can't you just keep circling away from the power hand? But it's only boxing, you're saying. So you can't take it to the ground.
Only boxing. You know how elephants, when they get chained as when they're babies, he's like, no, but this is almost like if I could arrange it, would you spar Danny?
Not for nothing.
Not for not like no one would watch it, no one cares. And then I
what are you
started
talking?
thinking,
everyone listen. 250,000 people right now are in.
Well, here's my thinking. I go.
Matty Boy shaking his head.
I go.
Let's get it on, bro.
I'm 15 years. Yeah. I'm 15